All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So you figured it out.
Welcome back. We caught you.
I've been undone.
Caught you red-handed.
It's beautiful.
So this one shot, I run 2 1-shots. I run this one shot and I run Hunt for the Tessel Hydra, and this one's a little bit more comedic.
I do like this.
Or at least I try to make
nice
it. Sorry, go ahead.
It's just nice to have a good game with some people that are willing to have a laugh and to joke about it.
Yeah, I try to make this. Like I said, it's supposed to be more comedic. I don't know if it's funny or if I'm funny, but I try.
No, it's funny. It's funny. It's funny.
I know the ideas.
I love the idea of a Lich having issues with his love life involving a vampire who goes to live with his mom, who must be a hundreds-year older vampire.
Yeah, I'm going to my mom's.
I love that concept.
How are we looking? Is Azur back? Are you there, sir? DC?
Yeah, I've been here.
Oh, okay.
I've been here.
So we're all good to start back?
We're all good to start back.
All right, so you guys see this bone man and just in shambles on his knees, the back of his hand and wrists just slouched down onto the floor, his shoulders down and his head down, and he's just and crying audibly as the metal from his jewelry, the gold, clanks against his bones and shingles.
Shingles?
Yeah, like shing, like shingles.
Oh, jingles.
Jingles. Sorry.
I'm going to walk up towards him. I'm going to actually go up and start walking about there, because I think that's when he might see me or hear me. If it's any further back, DM, please move me back.
All right, so you begin to walk towards there. What is everybody else doing in this moment?
I'll follow him, if only because I don't want to leave him alone.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of gonna be at a distance. Yeah.
I am just going to continue hiding behind this little rock face, but I'm going to send out my familiar.
Does your familiar have a name?
Is the familiar as well?
The familiar is a hawk. It looks like a little demon hawk because it's a fiend.
Okay.
And
you should have access to a hawk in the journal.
Yep. Let's see. The hawk, which I think honestly, its name is just going to be Scraw, like SCRAW is going to.
I think you should spell it SCRAAAA.
Scraw
is going to land on Adwellin's shoulder.
All right.
And Crucible is going to look through its eyes.
So you guys make your way forward and do your movers here. As you get here, though, you can see that this is a bridge and there is a chasm below that just it ends here. It doesn't extend out. This blacked out area, just ignore it, please.
It's like a pocket. It's like a pocket, yeah.
But yeah, this it goes down. It appears to go down.
Does the bridge appear like safe to walk across?
Based on your sight, yeah, it looks like a stone bridge. And as for those who have dark vision, you can't see the bottom. It extends to the 60 feet of your dark vision and as dim light.
Can I move up and like kick a pebble into the into the like ravine? See how long it takes to hear a sound.
It goes on for some time, and then finally you hear a clack clack clack. It's maybe
okay.
I'm not sure on the science behind it, but I would assume that it takes about 2 seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck my fucking
I'm gonna speak Abyssal, and I'm gonna tell myself you can do it in Abyssal, and I'm just gonna start walking across the bridge.
Yep. So before you start to walk, you get to maybe like right here. His head unnervingly turns and jolts to the side. The cry.
Or...
Yes.
Okay.
He's on his knees still.
I'm gonna stumble back in a little bit of fear, like sort of like step back a little bit, like stumble, one step back in fear.
Yep. And
seeing his head do that.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a weird. It's like on a, you know what I mean? It's on like a slide, and it just swivels to the right, and stops.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets up, and he's like, "Why? Why? Why is it that on the day they leave me, I have to deal with more people coming around here, giving me problems?" And as he steps forward, the gems in his eyes light up from that dark purple that they were to a kind of neon, slimy green color in the center of them, like on fire. And around him, black shadow comes out like fire. And on the edges of it, that same lime green color, or neon green color, is kind of wisping at the edges and flickering. As it grows bigger, he takes his steps forward. And he says, What are you all doing here? What did you saw that? You saw that? Mortals saw.
Right. Okay. I'm going to take one step forward, and I'm going to hold my arms out wide, and I'm going to tell him, "Hey, we're here to help you. We saw nothing."
So, you hear him say, "I'm going to destroy," and you see his finger wave around for a moment, and then you hear an audible pop noise, like, and that came from over on the right somewhere, and it's very loud. And as soon as it stops, the magic he was
right there.
Yeah, the magic he was whipping up in his finger, it immediately disperses, and this growing aura and presence that he has as he's walking forward shrinks back into him, like almost like being vacuumed into his chest, and disappears. And he, even himself, from what you can tell, is his mannerisms change as far as his walking is, because he's a skeleton. He has no facial features. But his walking becomes smaller paced footsteps, and he begins to huddle forward. And he's like, "No, wait, it's okay. No, wait, yeah." Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Adrolian sort of goes from like holding the halberd in both hands, like ready for a fight, to sort of standing like in the drawing, sort of confused, the halberd over one shoulder.
Yeah, he's got his hands out and he's shaking them. He's shaking them left and right like a wave, and he's like, "Wait."
Okay, you can talk more.
And he's like, "Look, I'm not really good at dealing with mortals, all right? So I'm sorry if I end up doing something that scares you, but look, I could use a hand right now. And it so happens that you all have come here at this horrible time. Actually, it's terribly embarrassing, but
yeah, not a great look.
I know. Please, I know. I'm already mentally processing that with what brain I don't have.
So what do you need us to help you with? We didn't see nothing just happen. So what do you need help with?
Now, you had to have seen or heard something. My alarm went off, and,
Nope, I didn't see. I saw something. I didn't hear anything.
Are you kidding me? We were yelling. You're not. Oh, is he deaf? Is he deaf? He looks over at the.
We heard nothing. I promise you, we heard nothing.
I think he's just shy, is what he is.
Okay, yeah, you don't have to be afraid. All right, okay. I'm not going to kill you unless, you don't help me. Then I'm going to kill you. But let's just set that aside for now.
I'm
Wait,
gonna take
I
one
got a
step. I'm gonna take
question.
one step back.
Crucible kind of like steps past. Oh fuck, I forget Tiefling's name.
Nexus. Don't worry,
Nexus.
fine.
Steps past Nexus as Nexus steps back. Just holds up a hand with one finger out, and she says,
I've got a question real quick for you.
Yes, ask away. Fire away.
So, if I'm reading the room right and looking at you correctly,
He
are
looks
you
at
a
himself.
lich?
Yeah, he looks at himself and he looks back up to that and he goes, yes, I am. A powerful wizard of necromancy. And he holds his hands out and shakes them and shakes his fingers, and he's like standing there and he's like looking at you, shaking his fingers and standing there still, and nothing seems to be happening, and he's like
He's trying to be menacing.
and he's like smacks his hands and shakes his fingers again, and then this kind of light blue light illuminates from underneath you guys, from underneath the bridge in the chasm, and you hear a shambling noise of the clacking of bones, unnumerous amount. You're not sure how many, but looking over you can see that there appears to be hordes of skeletal creatures, all kinds of different types. Some of them seem to be intermingled, some clinging to the sides of the wall, a bunch of them on the bottom, and almost like a cesspool, like a pit of snakes that are wrapped up together, but of just all kinds of different skeletal creatures that are shambling and clinging to the walls as they kind of climb up and then stop. And he's like, "Ha! Yes, necromancer. That is me. I'm a lich."
Okay, so before anything else, if we do help you, could you teach me necromancy? A little bit more than I got right now, at least.
she kind of has a face like a fangirl, despite the almost failure of a display.
Yeah, his teeth go from being closed to kind of cracked open, and he's like, and he's looking to the left and right, and he's waving his hands. Look, I'm trying to deal with one relationship already. It's hard for me to deal with people and mortals, and this last one's been going on for a couple hundred years. And I just got to the point where I'm kind of losing. I don't think I could take on it. It's too much for me. I don't know about the commitment to that. It's a bit flustered.
I don't mean to intrude, but is he immortal? A mortal?
Who? Mike.
Because he's too odd.
Cass? No, Cass is a vampire. It's beautiful. Love of my life.
Can
Okay.
we move somewhere where we're not on a bridge? Please? I'm a bit scared of falling down.
Oh,
I'll like step aside and like give him space if he wants to step back.
yes, I do have accommodations that mortals are seemingly used to. Sorry if I keep referring you to that. It's been eons since I've had my own mortality. Please come with me. Follow me.
Okay.
No,
Crystal.
I get it. It's I've dealt with immortals of various types before.
So he follows you. You guys follow him over, and he comes to a door that appears to be intrinsically locked with some kind of mechanism on the front. And if you'll give me a moment to reveal the area. Shabam. He opens the door with a snap of a finger, and inside you see a heartwarming fireplace, an orb, and you kind of see a banner here and there. This one's kind of pushed to the side with a large wooden door behind it.
Okay.
And he kicks the fire on, and he's like, "Yes, you people like warmth, right? Yes. Rather, it's quite cold in these caverns sometimes." And to the side, there's a bookshelf that has numerous amounts of scrolls and books upon them, and a small work desk.
I'm gonna have a look along the books. Anything of interest?
So walking by, looking at the book, you can see a few books that you're able to actually read, considering you have those two. Some of them you're not sure what they are. One of them almost seems like Infernal, but it's backwards for some reason. And a much nicer book.
Is that what Celestial is?
Yeah, and you see a few books like the demonic immaculations of the Karma Sutra, the way to chaotically please your lover. You see,
I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna put it out and start reading it.
yeah. he's wait, please don't touch the books, please.
It's okay. It's okay. Can I read this one? This one looks really good.
Look, maybe we'll talk about it. You know, I need something. I need you guys to do something for me, and then the sooner the better.
Okay, then I close the book and I place it back on the shelf, and then I walk over towards him.
Is that
a little bit less scared of him?
Yeah, one of the other ones you saw was Infernal, where it was like the bondage and master slave friendship of the nine hells.
Your book collection.
Yeah,
Book collection.
I'm gonna say, well, if we're getting comfortable, put my halberd on my back and take off my helmet, hold it under my arm.
Yes, please, no need to fear. If I would have killed you, I would have already done so. Relax.
I figured.
Druspel is just running around the entire room, just looking
Can someone-
at everything excitedly.
Can someone get to their child, please?
I'm gonna say to him in Infernal. I can't keep a straight face. I wouldn't be upset. So just let's carry on. What do you need us to do then?
I'm not a child. I'm 200 years old.
Yeah, still a child to me. And he comes over to this orb that appears to be made of different pieces of things, faces, like bones. And then encased in some kind of resin. Like there's like a cat face, there's like a skeletal humanoid face, there's a piece of what it looks to be some kind of lizard's face, and it's just kind of all pieced together into a makeshift circle, and then is invatted into like some kind of epoxy that's made it into an orb.
As I'm kind of looking around this room, every time like I sort of see something, I like jump a little, my hand twitches towards the hilt of my long sword.
Yeah, you look at things and you see them, you glance upon them and you see them as normal, then you take another look at them and you realize that the fire pit, the kind of bars that are holding the wood back, is actually like something's rib cage. It's just things, little things like that you notice as you look around.
Basically, there's just a periodic sharp inhalation and like clinking noise.
Just kind of like
just like a.
Yeah. As you realize that you're in the presence of a lich, every second is terror.
Yeah, basically.
And he kind of places his hand on the orb and it glows a bit, and he's like, "You see, I've lost something rather special to me, and I could go get it, with some frame of ease, but it nevertheless would be troublesome. And I have other things I need to do, like chase after Cass. Cannot let that bitch of his mother start putting words into his head about me. I hate in-laws. Am I right, in-laws?"
Okay.
Never been married, wouldn't know.
Of course not. You're a child. Why would you you can't get married at that? Anyways.
I'm 232.
Toddler. And he says, he says, it's pretty important to me, and, I could deal with it, but seeing as you've all happened upon my lair here, and I would have to kill you anyways, I think we might be able to work together on something.
Okay, sure, why not? What do you need us to find? Okay. He
kind of stares off at you with that blank skeletal expression. There is no expression here. All you guys have to go off of is...
Out by this.
All you guys have to go off is his subtle body language,
How
from
much
time,
he opens his jawbone.
and his jaw and his mouth to talk. That's really all. And he says,
he doesn't even like open it a little bit if he's happy or something.
sometimes he opens it and just says a bunch of different things, and his mouth doesn't move at all.
Oh, okay.
That's
It's
just open.
Like, it's not at all related to like his talking.
Yeah, it's whenever he kind of remembers to open his mouth to talk.
His mouth moves like a not very skilled Muppeteer.
Yeah,
It's a courtesy thing less than a need.
it's as if he's talking in a
Or
different
they-
language and it's just being auto translated.
Very bad ADR.
Dub Lich.
And he's like, and while he's staring at you, he goes and sighs, and he says, and looks down, and he says, "My Phalactery. I lost my Phalactery. Okay, there it is. I said it. It's gone. I mean, I know it's not gone. I know where it is. I didn't lose it. It's just, not here.
He took it.
No, Cass didn't take it. Cass takes it, of course, but not in the sense. But it's lost. Okay, it's not. It's that's like I said. I know where it is, kind of, but it's not here. I need you to retrieve it. How about that?
Okay.
And
Okay.
please don't laugh. I get it. Okay, Phalactery, Lich, lost it. Wow, big deal.
It's okay.
If it means not dying horribly,
A glass half full kind of person. I like you already. Very omnipotent, or what is the word?
optimistic.
Optimistic. That's it. Yes. Sorry, I haven't conversed with anybody in a long time besides Cass, and most of the time, just a whole bunch of
No,
staring in each other's
I
eyes.
get it. I don't get that part, but the first part I get.
One time we spent 100 years quiet, completely just going off each other's bodies. Very sensual manners. And he starts to look off to this. And he goes, note to self. Do not try to fool around above a city. You might drop things. Anyways.
Is that what happened to the
Yes.
object in question?
Yes. Let's moving on. I saw it as a big FU to Paylor. It was a great idea. We both got off on it, but enough of that. It fell somewhere. I wasn't able to get it right away. Ruined the whole moment. So yes, and he points to his finger, or he puts his finger onto the globe of skulls and says, or facial parts of skulls, and he says, it's about right here, and a image imposes out of the orb of the city that you guys have seen before. You've seen a city map before. And he said it's somewhere in here in this red light district in between the bazaar and Church Row, I suppose is what they call it nowadays. It's somewhere in here in this piece of city. I'm pretty sure it's in this tavern. My divining has seen it in this tavern a day or so ago. And I'm not too sure as it is to where it is now. Parts of the city is covered in forbiddance. This is very annoying, and other glyphs and wardings of protection. This is why it is a slight issue for me. Not that I can't handle a little tingly burn, but I need to go after Cass either way.
I'm sort of like thinking and like I guess almost subconsciously like scratching at a mark on my face. Ow. That's just something my jaw does.
Okay, we can go and try and find this.
Wonderful.
for you.
That's wonderful.
Is there a quicker way to the city from here?
Afraid not. I don't have access to any teleportation circles in the city. Ever since that incident back in 434, I've lost them and they've chained them. And he says, but thank you for agreeing. Don't have to immediately kill you, and you might gain something out of it. That book you want? Yeah, I've read it like 500 times. I could make you a copy. And that was just in the past, 3 years. how about we all sign one of these? And he slaps his bony hands together and spreads them out. And as he does, sheets of paper appear with an ink pen in front of it. And he waves his hand up, and out of the stone, he's casting a spell, you assume, spellcasters, you would be able to tell. And out of the stone comes almost like a 5-foot pedestal, like 3-foot pedestal, and the paper's set on them. And he says, if you all could sign this.
I'm going
Hey,
to read what he
GM.
wants us to sign. What does he want us to sign?
So you look at it and it's blank.
Just real quick, GM. I'm starting to feel sick in my stomach, and like I said in the Roll20 chat, just a general fuck COVID. I think I have to drop out, sadly.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm so sorry.
And
No, thanks for
man.
playing.
I really
Ooh.
like. Oh, there goes the person who was going to be spectating. But
okay.
you guys seem like a lot of fucking fun. I love all of
Yeah,
your
man.
characters. And GM, I fucking love your character so far. Just with this role play is top tier.
Thank you for playing.
Yeah, see you around, my dude, hopefully.
Yep, I run a
Yeah,
reoccurring one-shots if you ever want to jump back in. I have some others.
Yeah, I would definitely hope to, because you guys seem like a lot of fucking fun. Fucking peace out. You guys enjoy the rest of this.
Yep, thank you. Feel better, man.
Thank you. See ya.
Feel better, bro.
All right, and in front of it, you see, you see paper that is blank, and he says, yeah, just take the quill and you know, stab your finger and squeeze some blood out on it at the top. That would be wonderful. Thank you.
I'm going to ask him in fact. I'm going to speak in fact. What are you making us sign?
You know, it's just like a terms of agreement thing. Like, you won't tell anybody about my existence, or, you know, try to destroy my Phalactery, or provide it to someone else other than me. You know, general things like that, or else, you know, your head goes.
And there's no other fine print?
No, it's pretty straightforward. I really just, you know, would like my Phalactery back, please.
DM, is he telling the truth?
You can make an insight check. It's very difficult to gain anything from him. Like I said, he has no facial expressions. He's just been waving his hand about.
Could I help him on that?
On insights, I don't really think there's a way you can really help to give advantage on someone else.
I was just thinking I would also look at him.
You can roll one
Okay.
yourself.
I'm not very good.
I got 12.
Yep. So you both look him about.
I got a 10.
And at most you can discern is that, you know, how the fuck am I supposed to get a read off of this skeleton? One thing that comes to mind to one of you or the other is that, well, we're not dead. He would just kill us an hour later. Like, what's kind of screwed either way. We just got to go with it.
So, okay, I'm going to step forward. I'm going to prick myself with the quill, and then I'm just going to sign Mex's my name, and then I'm going to hand the quill to whoever takes it from me.
Don't we all have our own?
Yep.
He had his own special one, didn't he?
You all have your own paper, and there's one quill.
Oh, okay, there's one quill. All right. I'll take the quill, pull off a gauntlet, prick it, and write Edwellian.
And he's just like, yes.
Which is, would it like do anything if that's like a name I've taken up rather than a name that was given?
Yeah, you are compelled to write your actual name.
Okay.
No matter, you can try to, you motion and you write Edwellian down, but it changes, the blood changes to your actual name.
Okay. It switches over to, shit, what was it? Mara Nemetsk.
And he's like, And as you write them and as you finish signing them, they roll from the bottom up into a roll and then fly over to him and through his mouth and then into his chest and just disappear.
Just
I'm gonna
That's
step
an
back
epic
from
trick.
him because that's still freaky as shit.
It's like, next.
I will
So,
sign.
We need to leave. You need to do it, yeah.
Yep, you sign it, same thing happens. And he's like, all right, wonderful. I'm glad we're all in agreement. You have 7 days. Best of luck to you. I'm going after Cass now. Is there anything else you need? Oh, yes, you probably need to know what it looks like. Well, it's about this big, and he holds his hands out to be about a foot long. And he says it's rather cylindrical in shape. Yep. And it holds 2 orbs at the end of it. At one end. Very hard to miss. It's completely encrusted in diamonds.
Are you exaggerating the size?
No.
It's encrusted in diamonds. Okay.
Entirely made of diamonds. And it, if you touch it, it will drain you of a little bit of your soul. Just keep in caution. You might want to use like some tongs or like maybe, you know.
If I'm wearing a glove, will it be okay?
Yes. Glove would be great. Just don't touch it with your bare skin. It's very exhilarating to some, but to living like you, it might not feel great.
Oh yeah, if I find it, I'm gonna like out of character. If I find it, I'm gonna pick it up like a dog turd with like a bag. Put my hand in the bag, grab
You know what it is, isn't
it, and
it?
tie it off.
That's it. You know what it is. You ain't gonna touch that shit. Okay. So we have 7 days. Yes, I think we should move on. We've only got 7 days.
Yep. Good luck. Good luck to you. Good luck to you all. Come on. And he gestures you through the door, and you guys assumingly make your way out.
Yeah.
And he goes through the other door, which kicks open, and for a moment you see a rather large gate with a portal that opens up that he walks through.
I don't think we need to go that way, guys. Holy shit! We almost got killed by a lich! Holy shit!
Yeah. Would have been.
Oh, fuck.
All right.
You know, I was thinking it would have made a good story if we got killed by a lich, but like a lich who can't find his dong. Sort of. That's sort of lessons.
Less cool.
Yeah.
I should rename it The Search for the Lich's Dong. Please find it. Very
Achieving
precious.
Lich dong.
Lichdom, Lich Dong. Same thing in this case. You know what will pleasure your vampiric undead significant other? A soul-draining, necrotic Lich's Phalactery.
Diamond encrusted. Diamond encrusted.
It's gotta be valuable. It's the family jewels.
Oh, bruh.
I guessed it when you said diamond encrusted. I was going to say, oh, family jewels.
Right on.